A little something different today, you know. Megan said I could step up in here and do my thing because I got one of my good friends in the building today. DJ Premier's up in here.
Yes, what's going on, Enuff?
I'm good, man. It's good to have old friends in the building.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you helped build this building with your sound. If everybody doesn't know, this is DJ Premier, one half of Gangstar.
Yes, yes.
And in the new at 2, we're playing the new song, Family and Loyalty.
Yes, featuring J.
Cole.
Yep.
Nice joint.
Thank you.
Feels real good. And we're gonna tease all that. We're gonna talk for a little bit. But,
no question.
I'm glad you're hanging out with me today.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Got to be with you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're from the era, so to speak. So,
exactly.
You know, and when you're from the era can never go away.
Absolutely, I truly agree with you. See, all the instrumentals in the background, these are all produced by DJ Premier. To me, probably one of the greatest producers of all time. You
Appreciate
know, so
that.
And that's real talk. And I'm gonna ask you who later on some of your favorite producers are.
Oh, I got quite a few.
You got a few?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
About
all right.
20 of them.
All right, cool. All right, let's get into this right here. Classic Aston Martin music featuring Drake and Chrisette Michelle's Hot 97. Hot 97, Big Spanish, DJ Enuff. We in here. Thank you, Megan Wright, for letting us shine. DJ Premier in the building.
Yeah, I'm still up in here.
Primo, man, come on. All right, so we have a new record.
Yes.
New project,
Yes.
new Gangstar. Is it just a single for now?
Just a single, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Family and Loyalty.
That means you're probably holding some secrets within.
I wish I was. You see, I'm keeping a
No, but
straight face.
it sounds good.
Yeah,
You lie really well.
There you go.
This is the moment
Never
of
fold under question.
Moment of truth. But how you been otherwise? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. You know, just still producing joints. I heard the Ferg instrumental you were playing earlier. That was a 4-single deal that I did with Patrick Moxie, who was Gangstar's manager for my whole career.
I remember that. Payday London days.
Yeah, and I ran into him when I was on tour in Europe, and he was like, yo, man, I want to start Payday back up because he runs Ultra Records, which is a big dance label.
Yes.
And he was like, I want to bring it back. And he said, since you were so influential with bringing, OC and Group Home and Dub C and Suge, Jay,
Yep.
Jay with the Damager, Showbiz and AG, he was like, let's reignite that.
Let's go.
And then do 4 singles. I was like, all right. But he wanted people that were basically in the roster of Sony distribution.
Right.
So when I saw the list, I was like, ooh, Andre 3000.
Oh.
So I reached out to him right away and said, could we get him on there? And they were like, not right now. Maybe
later.
The last one.
Okay.
I do the other 3. Maybe.
So you're cooking right now.
That's what we were told. So
okay.
I'm still got my prayer hands up. But when I saw the list, I said, "Ooh, Ferg, we're on flights. We run each other everywhere. Hong Kong, Japan. We're always sitting in the same first class together."
That's true.
And the next thing you know, we always like, we got to do something. So Ferg was like, "Yo, I'll come in tonight." And
all right.
that's how
well,
we
let's
did
do
the
that.
record.
Matter of fact, introduce the song. Let's play.
Yeah, man, Our Streets, man, featuring ASAP Ferg. Shout out to the whole ASAP crew, man. You know what I'm saying?
There
and
it is.
Rocky, welcome home.
There it is. Hot 97.
Forgot to shout out College Point Diner.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
got
so
shout
listen.
them out.
Shout to Billy. Shout to Nick.
Yes.
That's my guy.
College Point Diner. They make the best what over there?
What
do you get when you-
pancakes with walnuts, and they actually make grits.
All right.
White folks making grits.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, shout
Greek
out to them. Greek
grits.
guys?
And they
All
taste
right.
they taste like the hood.
It tastes good.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, so let's get right into it. New single, Gangstar.
Yes, featuring J. Cole.
It's called
Family and Loyalty.
You almost forgot about it, right? For a quick second.
Yeah, I'm nostalgic right now.
Wait. How'd you get J. Cole on it? How'd that happen?
I texted it to him and said, "Yo, there's a first and a third verse. Tell me if you can mess with it." And not even in 5 minutes, he said, "Bro, I got chills." He said, "I'm on it," and I was like, "Cool." And then he sent the voice. Then he said, "Yo, I have more than 16 bars. Is that okay?" I said, "Dog, you can do 100 bars. Send it however you want to send it." And that's why we had to stretch it a little, but he can't. And he said, "Yo, this is the last feature I'm doing this year. I'm done."
Oh.
And he put it out there in Twitter and Instagram that he's done doing
And you got
features.
it. We got it here.
Cole, what up, baby?
It's Hot 97, baby. Brand new
Dreamville, what up?
Gangstar. You heard? Let's go.
For a long, long time. And
Absolutely.
everybody called me Premier when they see me. And then he started saying Primo and rhymes. And then
it picked up.
and then he would leave me notes like, yo, I left this here, I left that there, and he would put Preemo. So I was like, then I'm gonna spell it that way, even though we know primos are in Spanish Primo, and then some people put premo Premo. It's so many different ones, but
It's Preemo. So I have it spelled correctly in my phone. I was just about to correct myself.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm glad you corrected me, so we're good.
There you go.
But the legendary DJ Premier is here, one half of Gangstar. New music's coming up in the new too. But before we get into that, we were talking behind the scenes about how you made this record on Drake's album, the last one, Scorpion.
Yeah.
Give me a little quick insight. Was he in the studio with you? How that happened?
I was actually
in communication with 40. Shout to 40, and
right.
yeah, and he was like, "Yo, we need something for the album." So I started making some tracks, and I sent those, and he was like, "That's not the vibe I'm looking for." And I don't get offended when somebody turns down a beat.
It doesn't hurt?
Because I can save it for something else.
Absolutely.
Which they have now turned into upcoming other tracks, so you'll hear them eventually. But he was like, "Yo, we have a guy that named Manish, who I'm familiar with, because he went by another name years back, and he is signed to them where he makes sound samples of his own."
Oh, nice.
So he was like, "Yo, Drake has this sample that he really, really wants you to flip because he said it reminds him of his mother." I was like, "Well, I already know the emotion of that. Let me send it to me." Flipped it in not even an hour, sent it back, but it was really late night, and it was around 4:30 in the morning. I usually get up at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. just on a regular. Like I got a youngster that got to go to school. I fell asleep, woke up 6:30. I always give thanks when I wake up, and as soon as I said thank you, my phone goes diddle-doo. And which you just saw the clip. I showed you the text of the video.
Amazing.
with the vocals on it, and
Amazing.
I was like, woo, wow.
There it is.
And then next thing you know, my manager Ian, shout to Ian, he was like, yo, look at the IG story Drake just put up, and it would show me from the Nas Illmatic when we did the thing for Video Music Box,
right.
and it had the Scorpion on
Scorpion on it,
so
yeah.
I said, I guess I made the album.
You made the album, and all right, there it
What
is.
up, Drizzy?
Let's play this right before we get into the new at 2.
All right, Sandra's Rose from the Drake album. What is that?
Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion.
he had a good tour too, man.
He sure did.
Yeah, the dope show.
It's Hot 97. Hot 97, Big Spanish DJ Enuff. We got DJ Premier in the studio.
Yes, we do.
I think I'm having more fun with our behind the scenes conversations than we're having on air.
Yeah.
So maybe let's act like, this is behind the scenes.
There you go.
Because I love the storytelling. You're one of my peers, and I enjoy what you do so much, and I'm glad you're still here.
Hey man, it's good to still be alive. Like I said, I'm 53 years old.
And healthy.
Yeah, I'm still a hip hop junkie.
You're 32.
Well, black don't crack.
that is a fact. And then, you come from history too, being Big's DJ in the
Very beginning, shout to Clark Kent.
Of course.
But you're. I remember those days because I lived next to Biggie at that time, and that's how we could shout to Mr. C, who actually is the one that used to stress me to just listen to the demo.
Yes.
I'm like, C, okay. He's like,
Yes.
Preem, Biggie Smalls,
Yeah.
and finally I listened.
I got some stories. One of my claim to fame stories is not like it's famous, but Biggie used to give his little album out on cassette.
Very early to
Right?
all his homies. Yeah.
So I had I had a copy, cleaned it up, and I played like 3-4 joints on Kiss FM radio.
Wow.
I was filling in for Red Alert. Red Alert was either going to like Jack the Rapper or How Can I Be Down, one of those conventions or something.
Yep.
And for that weekend, I'm playing 3-4 joints off the album.
Wow.
But mind you, I'm young DJ Enuff. I don't know what a rollout record is.
Right.
I don't know what the marketing and the video, and I don't know any record label business. All I know is this is my man from Brooklyn, and we got a lot of love for each other.
Right.
And I'm a DJ on the radio, and I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
Yo, Puff calls the hotline, and he's cussing me out like, what the F you doing? Blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You crazy? I'm gonna kill you. And I'm over here like, but Biggie gave it to me.
Yeah, and all the Junior Mafia had a copy, and I had a copy.
Yes.
Just before the Big Mac.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Craig Mack.
Yes, of course.
And he and Puff used to be like, yo, why you getting everybody here? He said, I want all my homies to know the records already,
Yes.
so that they can sing along with me,
Yes.
because those are my friends.
Oh man, we got in trouble for that.
Yeah.
But
Shout to Puff.
yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing that. Let's talk about some of your favorite producers. I know you're always on someone's top 5 favorite producers of all
Right.
time, but who are some of your favorite producers? And it don't got to
it-
be hip hop. You could just be anybody. You know,
Well,
we talked about Prince earlier.
Yeah, if it's non-hip hop, well, if it's everything, definitely got to say Quincy Jones, Prince, James Brown,
Oh,
Creed Taylor, Howie T, Mantronics.
Howie T.
Yeah,
Mantronics.
Larry Smith, Dr. Dre. Who else?
So many.
I got to throw a couple more. Oh, Marley Marl's like my idol. Like I love Marley
Yeah,
Marl.
we were just talking behind the scenes
The
how you used to stalk him outside the
yeah,
radio station.
Yeah. The Bomb Squad.
That's the Shockley brothers,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yep.
What's that?
That's the Shockley
Yeah,
brothers,
yeah.
right?
Keith and Hank and G Wiz and everybody. Who else? That's I said Howie already. You know, this man. Am I leaving anybody out, Jeff? There's so many that when I was coming up, you know, Full Force. Just man, it's just.
How'd you transition from? How do you?
45 King? Yeah.
How'd you transition from coming from Texas, and you end up being like the East Coast sound,
Right.
like probably the greatest of all time, like from the East Coast perspective,
Yeah.
like you are our official blueprint of
Right.
like what we're supposed to sound like,
Yeah.
or at least what the hip hop heads from our era say it was
Yeah.
supposed to sound like.
Well, at that time,
We had no other direction to even study but New York. So
Mm-hmm.
to come here, and I was already coming here because my grandfather lived in Brooklyn. So
course.
that's how I was introduced to New York in such an early age before I was a teenager. And then seeing all the action, you know, we used to be driving through New York, and I'm like, yo, they're stealing the bike. And I was like, this is so cool, man. Like, they just do it in broad daylight. And, you know, and then the crazy, and then every year when we come from summer, it was like, what'd you do in school? The day before I went back to get ready to go back to school for going in probably junior high, a guy committed suicide on our train, on the train on the Iron Horse. And I remember when we ran over him, the train jumped, you know, like a speed bump.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, it did it again, going backwards slowly, and all of a sudden the conductor goes, "We just had a suicide. Everybody's got to get off the train." And we're like, "What?"
Wow.
You know, because and so when we get
So that's
off,
exciting to you.
so, because the police weren't there yet.
Yeah, because it just happened. So when they had to back up, they were getting off of the body. And so when we got off, we see the guy split in half, and his arms are still moving separately. I was like, "This is the place I want to be."
So these are your New York stories.
Oh yeah, and then I used to be into video games. So when pinball was out, I was an expert at pinball games, and I used to go to Playland on the Deuce.
I remember that.
So
Yep.
when I used to go to Playland after we'd go to Yankee games with my grandfather who loved the Yankees, I'd go there and I saw B-boys out breaking, and the guys had the turntable set up right there in Times Square, and I was like running back. When I went to school, I was already into records and everything. I had all the latest records because my mom collects vinyl, and boom, I was telling everybody, "Yo, you're not listening to me. The DJ has 2 copies of the same record, and he's playing." We called it the part we like. I didn't know it was
part
called
we
a
like.
break.
The break.
Yeah,
Before that,
and he's
the part we
repeating
like.
it on beat. They're like, I don't get it. You know, because so it was at the time where you're explaining this whole
Right.
hip hop thing.
Right.
And boom, next thing you know, the culture.
When
was-
did the cutting and scratching happen for you? Because I know some friends from home
Right.
in Texas, and they were
Yeah.
like, we remember DJ Premier just blending.
Yeah, I was blending.
Like you were like a
first.
blend master.
Lester Sir Pace, big up.
Yeah.
I was blending it. I didn't know. R.P. Cola, who's my mentor, he's from Corpus Christi. He taught me how to scratch. I used to go to his dorm room. I went to Prairie View. Shout out to HBCU schools. I went to Prairie View. My father taught at Prairie View. Rest in peace. He passed last year. And I used to go to all the hot parties, and then once I got nice from RP teaching me, I had the records, I just didn't know how to do nothing but blend.
Right.
Once RP taught me how to cut and scratch, and he had his turntables in the dorm on the left side. That's why I always put mine together. And then when I saw the world famous Supreme Team, Do You Like Scratching cover, they had them together with the GLI mixer in the front.
GLI.
So I said, I don't want to bite that, so I'm going to move mine to this side and put the mix on the left. That's where I got it from.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's
and then next thing
incredible
you know,
history.
I started to learn how to cut. So, around 84, when I graduated from high school, I started learning, and RP put me on. I love you, RP.
That's a great
my
story.
man.
That's a great story to hear
RP
right
Cole,
there.
Randy Pettis, much love.
All right, top 5 hip-hop producers. And you can't say yourself.
Okay, definitely top 5, Larry Smith, Rick Rubin, Mantronics, Dr. Dre, and I'll say, who's that? Oh, Marley,
Marley,
Marl.
yeah.
Thank you,
Marley,
Jeff.
Marley Marl.
Yeah. So that's fine. And no particular order, but yeah.
Marley's always number 1 to me.
Got you.
Because he's the reason why I do so many records and have them all out. He had Shantae, he had G-Rap, he had, Biz, he had Shan, he had just Craig G, Master Ace, Glamorous.
The Juice Crew was something special.
Dimples D, it was just, he always had his stamp on, and he cut on them, and his production style was just so funky.
Yeah.
He's like the James Brown of hip-hop to
I
me.
agree.
Yeah, just funky.
I agree. Well, Primo, my man, it's always a pleasure.
Yes.
You hanging
Thanks for
out with
having
us, man. And when that next, is there a next single coming, maybe or not yet?
We don't have
not
anything
too
planned.
sure?
We don't have anything
All right.
planned, but if there,
I think you're lying to me, but I'm gonna officially you're saying no, so I'll keep it at that.
Yeah, we don't have anything
I'm not gonna
planned.
push. I'm not gonna push.
There it
But
is.
yeah, and I'll see you at Shade 45. Tell everybody where they can catch you on Shade
I'm on
45.
every Tuesday on Sirius XM Satellite Radio, Shade 45. That's Eminem's channel, and it's called Live from Headquarters. I'm the host and DJ, and my co-host Panchy of the NYGs. Also, the legendary King of Chill.
Absolutely.
Is my co-host, and he's and his partner, Creepy Clown. Also, shout to Poe on the visuals and Torch on the boards.
Absolutely, man.
right.
Thanks for coming through.
Yes,
DJ
yes.
Premier, y'all. All
right
right.
then.
Yeah.